Will you
People say
spend the rest
betrayal
of your
hurts
life
most
with
when it
me?
comes from someone you
Oh
love.
my God, yes!
But what about when it comes from two people you trust? My best friend,
Will you
Zara,
spend the rest
and
of
her
your life with
boyfriend,
me?
Timmy.
Oh my
Everyone
God,
thought they were the
yes!
perfect couple. Beautiful.
Congratulations.
Loyal. Destined. Even I believed that until the night everything changed. It happened at a restaurant, under soft lights and slow music. I stood up to excuse myself, and suddenly Timmy dropped to one knee. Right in front of me. He opened a ring box, a diamond shining like it. Already knew the damage it was about to cause. I froze. Zara gasped. Everyone stared. And then Timmy said something that shattered us all. This proposal is not a mistake. Zara screamed. I couldn't speak. The entire restaurant went silent, because deep inside, I knew this wasn't a joke. It wasn't a slip. And it definitely wasn't love. It was a secret that had been building for months. A secret that was never meant to come out in public. But now, it was too late. This is how everything fell apart. Before we dive in, take a moment to subscribe to the channel so you never miss these powerful stories. Your support means everything. It helps me bring you more emotional, inspiring tales every single day. Now settle in, turn up your volume, and let's begin today's unforgettable story. If you had told me a year ago that my best friend's boyfriend would propose to me in front of her, I would have laughed, called you crazy, and moved on with my life. Because Zara and Timmy were that couple. You know the type. The couple everyone in the group chat admires. The one Annies whisper about at weddings. These two, their future will be sweeto. They matched outfits on Sundays, posted couple pictures every anniversary month, and argued only about who loved the other more. At least, that's what I thought. My name is Amara, and Zara has been my best friend since secondary school. We survived heartbreaks, exam failures, strict parents, and even one food poisoning incident after buying suya from the wrong street vendor. Nothing could break us. Or so I believed. When she started dating Timmy, I was happy for her. He was charming. Handsome. Educated. Soft-spoken, but confident enough to make a room turn when he entered. At first, he barely paid attention to me, which was fine. He was my best friend's man, not mine. But slowly, things changed. It started with small gestures, subtle things only someone with a sensitive heart would notice. Amara, you look tired. Have you eaten? Let me drop you at home. It's too late for you to go alone. You deserve someone who values you. At the time, I thought he was being friendly. I didn't know he was studying me. Watching me. Learning me. Zara noticed the way he asked about me sometimes, but she always brushed it off. That's how he is. Caring. He does it for everybody. Except, he didn't. He did it mostly for me. And I should have said something. Something as simple as, Timmy, stop being too familiar. But I didn't. Not because I liked him, God knows I didn't. But because I didn't want to create drama out of nothing. Zara finally told me Timmy was planning a proposal 2 weeks before it happened. We were sitting in her room, eating plantain chips and watching TikToks. When she blurted out, Babe, I think he wants to propose soon, I screamed so loudly her mother downstairs asked if something fell. I hugged her, spun her around, celebrated her like she was my sister because she was. He said he's planning something big. Zara giggled. Maybe a trip, or a dinner, or a surprise party. I don't know. I'm excited. She was glowing, radiant. Full of hope. I was genuinely happy for her, until she said something strange. You know he's been asking me questions about you. She laughed. Your ring size, your favorite flowers. The type of proposals you liked. I paused. What does my favorite proposal have to do with your own proposal? She shrugged. Maybe he wants to compare ideas, or maybe he's trying to do something that will surprise both of us. She didn't suspect anything, not even a little, because Zara trusted him completely. And deep down, so did I. 2 days later, Timmy called me. Not Zara. Me. Double quotes. Hey, Amara, I'm planning something for Zara on Friday. Can you help me convince her to dress nicely and meet us at the restaurant? Sure, I said. I didn't think anything of it. Then he added, and please look nice too. I want both of you to look unforgettable that night. I frowned. Why should I? I just want the pictures to turn out well. He interrupted, you're important to her, so you're important to the moment. It sounded reasonable, but something in me felt uneasy. Still, I ignored it, because who questions a man planning a proposal? Friday came faster than expected. Zara wore the red dress she'd saved for a special day. She looked stunning, like a woman steps away from the beginning of her forever. On the other hand, I wore a simple black gown. Elegant, but not attention-grabbing. Because the night wasn't about me. Or so I thought. We walked into the restaurant. Soft music played. Candles glowed. A violinist strummed gently in the corner. It felt magical. Zara squeezed my hand. This is it, she whispered. I think this is the night. I smiled for her, truly happy. But destiny had other plans. Timmy stood up from the table and walked toward us. His eyes weren't on Zara. They were on me. I felt something shift in my stomach. A warning, a whisper. But before I could react, before Zara could even greet him, he dropped to one knee, right in front of me. Time stopped. The restaurant froze. Zara froze. I froze. Amara, he began. My name on his lips sounded wrong. Dangerous. Heavy. This is not a mistake. Zara screamed. Timmy, what are you doing? I took a step back, heart pounding so loudly I thought it would burst. Everyone stared, and that's when I knew. This wasn't confusion. This wasn't a mixed up. I didn't accidentally choose me. He didn't kneel in front of the wrong person. He planned it. He meant it. He wanted me. But why? And what was he hiding? Everything unraveled from there. Timmy, get up! Zara's voice cracked like glass. The entire restaurant shifted their eyes from him to her, then to me. But Timmy didn't move. He stayed on one knee, the ring box open. His eyes locked on mine, steady, confident, almost relieved. Like this was the moment he'd been waiting for. My heart slammed in my chest. Timmy, I whispered, voice trembling. This isn't funny. Get up. He shook his head slowly. It's not a joke, Amara. It's never been a joke. Zara's face twisted. What do you mean, never been a joke? Why are you kneeling in front of her? People began filming. Phones lifting. Lights recording our humiliation. I stepped backward, but Timmy reached out and grabbed my hand. Don't move, he said softly, but firmly, like he had the right. I yanked my hand away. Timmy, stand up. This is embarrassing. Zara pushed past me, tears boiling in her eyes. Timmy, look at me. Look at me. For the first time. He did, but his face carried guilt. Not surprised. She choked. Why are you proposing to my best friend? Then he said something that turned the entire night into a nightmare. Because I love her. The room gasped. My knees nearly buckled. Zara clutched her chest like she'd been stabbed. You love who? Amara, he repeated calmly, like he was talking about the weather. Like he wasn't destroying everything. My voice cracked. Timmy, stop. You don't love me. You barely know me. He smiled faintly. I know you more than you think. Zara shook her head violently. No. Nitrogen monoxide. This is not happening. That's my boyfriend. My relationship. My future. She turned to me desperately. Amara, tell him to stop. Tell him you don't feel the same. Please. Her voice broke. Please. I swallowed hard, panic clawing at my throat. I don't feel anything for him. I cried. This is crazy. Zara, I would never. But Timmy cut me off. She's lying because she's scared. Zara's mouth fell open. You're accusing her of lying. Then Timmy did something unbelievable. He stood up, took my hand again, and this time held it tight. Amara and I have a connection you've never understood. Zara blinked slowly, as if trying to wake up from a dream. What connection? He inhaled deeply. The first time we met, I knew. I pulled my hand away like his touch burned. Knew what? Zara screamed. That she was the woman I was meant to be with. Silence fell so thick it almost suffocated me. Zara stared at him like he had transformed into a monster. Timmy, you said you loved me. You said you wanted to spend your life with me. He nodded. I love you. I care about you. But the truth is I've always been drawn to Amara. Her voice fell to a whisper. Drawn? Drawn! He continued. She's everything I've ever wanted in a wife. Zara's hand flew across his face. Before he could finish, the slap echoed through the restaurant. I staggered. Stunned. She pointed at him, eyes wild with rage. You are sick. Then she turned to me. And you, her voice cracked. Tell me you didn't know. I shook my head frantically. Zara, I swear, I had no idea. I've never liked him. I've never even looked at him that way. But she just stared at me, searching my face, looking for lies. People were whispering, filming, judging. My cheeks burned with shame. Timmy, this is your last chance, Zara said, voice trembling. Tell me this is a prank, a mistake, something, anything. But he remained silent. And his silence destroyed her. Zara stepped back, tears rushing down her face. Oh God, I've been humiliating myself for months, haven't I? What? I breathed. Zara, she looked at me with a broken smile. You think I didn't notice? The way he stared at you sometimes? The way he asked about you? The way he defended you even when you weren't around? My stomach dropped. She had noticed. She just didn't want to believe it. Zara wiped her tears aggressively. You know what? I'm done. She turned and walked toward the exit. Zara! I shouted, running after her. But she didn't stop. Zara, please, listen to me. She finally turned around outside the restaurant. Under the street lights. Mascara running. Heart shattered. Amara, she whispered, voice hollow. Do you love him back? The question punched me in the lungs. No, I said firmly. I don't. I never have. I never will. She stared at me for a long, painful moment, then nodded slowly. I want to believe you. But it hurts. Her voice cracked. It hurts in a way I didn't think was possible. She stepped back. I need space. Please, don't follow me. Then she entered a taxi and disappeared into the night, leaving me alone. Embarrassed, confused, and terrified of what would come next. I walked outside minutes later. Amara, I spun around, my voice sharp. Don't say my name again. He raised his hands innocently. I know tonight was messy, but it had to happen. I couldn't lie anymore. You didn't have to propose in front of everybody. He shrugged like it was no big deal. She needed to know. I repeated, you just destroyed her heart. He stepped closer. I didn't destroy anything. I simply revealed the truth, which is what? I spat. That we belong together. I froze. My skin crawled. There is something you don't know. Amara, he said quietly. His eyes darkened. Something Zara has been hiding from you? I swallowed. What do you mean? He smiled slowly. Ask her about Daniel. My heart jumped. Daniel? Who is Daniel? He turned and walked away. You'll find out soon. And just like that, he vanished into the night, leaving behind a question that would unravel everything. I didn't sleep that night. How could I? Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Zara's face shattered, confused, betrayed. And every time I opened them again, I heard Timmy's final words. Ask her about Daniel. The name echoed like a curse. Who was Daniel? Why did Timmy say it with so much confidence? So much certainty? So much venom? By morning, my head pounded with unanswered questions. Zara didn't pick any of my calls. She didn't open my voice notes. She didn't respond to my texts. She disappeared completely. And Timmy was silent too. I needed answers. I needed closure. I needed my best friend. Around noon, her younger brother, Kelechi, finally replied to my message. She's at home. Relief washed through me. I grabbed my bag and rushed out of the house without even brushing my hair. When I got to her compound, the gate was open. Her mother was watering flowers, and she looked up at me with sad eyes. Amara, she's inside. Is she okay? I asked. Her mother sighed and shook her head. She cried all night. Guilt stabbed me like a knife. I walked inside quietly, heading straight to Zara's room. Her door was slightly open. She was sitting on the floor, back against the bed, holding tissues and a half-empty bottle of water. She looked exhausted. Empty. Like her soul had been drained. "Zara," I whispered. She didn't look up. I walked in slowly and sat beside her, leaving a little space. For a long moment, neither of us said anything. Then she spoke, barely a whisper. "Why did he do that to me?" "I don't know," I said softly. "But it wasn't my fault. Zara, you know that, right?" She nodded weakly, wiping tears. I know it's not your fault. I was just angry, hurt. I understand." She finally turned to me. And for the first time since the incident, she held my hand. "I'm sorry I shouted at you yesterday." I squeezed her hand gently. "I'm sorry too." Silence settled again, this time calmer. I hesitated, then took a deep breath. "Zara, Timmy said something last night." She stiffened slightly. "What did he say?" "He told me to ask you about someone. A man. Or maybe a boy." Her eyes flicked up sharply. "Who?" "Daniel." The name hit her like a slap. Her hand slipped out of mine. Her breathing changed. Her shoulders tensed. "Zara," I whispered. "Who is Daniel?" She stood up abruptly and walked to her window, gripping the curtain so tightly her knuckles turned white. "Zara, talk to me." She didn't turn around. When she finally spoke, her voice trembled. "Daniel was someone I didn't want you to know about." My throat tightened. "Why?" She turned around with tears brimming again. "Because he ruined everything for me. And I didn't want him ruining things for you." I stood up slowly. "Zara, please, tell me the truth." Her lips quivered. "Daniel was my ex, okay? Not what I expected." She continued, voice cracking. "We dated before Timmy. He was my first love. The kind of love that makes you stupid, blind, addicted." My heart thumped. He wasn't good for me. He cheated, lied, manipulated. He had other girls everywhere. He broke me. She wiped her cheeks. "But that's not all." I waited. Zara swallowed hard. "When we broke up, he started dating you." "What?" I almost stumbled backward. She nodded quickly. "I never told you because I didn't want to influence your feelings. You liked him. I didn't want to ruin it." My mind raced. "Zara, I never dated anyone named Daniel." She frowned. "Yes, you did. Second year of university. You two went out for like 2 months. I shook my head. "No, that was David." Her face froze. "David?" I nodded again. "Yes, his name was David." Her lips parted slowly. "Oh my God." She sank onto her bed. "Oh my God, Amara. This is worse than I thought." "Zara, what is happening? Talk to me." She put her hands over her face. "Amara, Daniel and David are the same person." My breath caught. "What?" She nodded slowly. "He changed his name. He lied to you. He lied to me. He lied to everyone." My heart hammered against my ribs. "Why would he do that?" Zara looked up, fear in her eyes. "Because he didn't want you to know. He was my ex." Everything inside me twisted. "You mean I dated the same man you dated? Without knowing?" She nodded painfully. "You told me his name was David. I didn't connect anything. I didn't want to remember Daniel, so I didn't even notice the similarities." I felt sick. "But Zara, what does this have to do with Timmy?" She hesitated. Then whispered, "Timmy is Daniel's older brother." My entire world tilted. "What?" She nodded slowly, tears dripping down her chin. "Yes, and Timmy knows everything. He's known for months, but he kept it to himself." My pulse pounded. "Zara, why would he propose to me? Why would he say he loves me?" Zara's voice was barely audible. "Because Daniel never got over you?" I froze. "What?" She nodded. "And Timmy has always been protective of him, competitive with him, jealous of him." My skin crawled. "And now Daniel is back in town," she added softly. I stared at her, numb. "Zara, why didn't you tell me why of this?" She broke down. Because I didn't want to lose you. The room blurred. My heartbeat thundered. Daniel was back. I was lying. Zara was hiding secrets. And suddenly, this wasn't about a proposal anymore. This was about a past I never knew was alive and a future someone was trying to control. There was a knock at the door. Zara, and I froze. Zara? Her mother called softly. There's someone here asking for Amara. I frowned. For me? Zara wiped her tears. Who? Her mother hesitated. He said his name is Daniel. My blood turned cold. I stood frozen. Daniel. The man I once dated, without knowing he was Zara's ex. The man who apparently changed his name. The man at the center of every lie I didn't even know existed. Zara and I exchanged a terrified glance. Her mother repeated from downstairs. He says he really needs to speak with Amara. My heart raced. Zara grabbed my arm. Don't go downstairs alone. I nodded. Together. We approached the staircase slow, shaky, unsure. Each step felt heavier than the last. When we reached the living room, he was standing there. Daniel. Or David. Or whatever his real name was. Tall. Calm. Too calm. He turned when he heard us, and a slow, almost nervous smile touched his lips. Amara. His voice sent a chill down my spine. It was exactly the same, gentle, measured, almost charming. The voice I had once trusted. I swallowed. What do you want? He took one step forward, but Zara moved protectively in front of me. Stay right there, she snapped. He sighed. Zara, I'm not here to fight. I'm here to explain. You shouldn't be here at all, she shot back. He nodded slightly. I know, but things are out of control now. And Timmy, the moment he said Timmy's name, my chest tightened. What about him? I demanded. Daniel looked directly at me. He shouldn't have done what he did last night. You mean proposing to me? I said angrily. He nodded quickly. Yes, that wasn't supposed to happen yet. Yet? Zara repeated. Meaning he planned it? Yes, Daniel admitted. But it's more complicated than you think. I crossed my arms. Then make it simple. He hesitated, then exhaled deeply. Okay, you deserve to know the truth. He shifted his weight, voice low. Months ago, when I came back to Lagos, I told Timmy everything about you, about Zara, about how badly I messed things up. Zara scoffed. You didn't just mess things up. Daniel, you destroyed me. He winced, genuine guilt flashing across his face. I know I did, and I'm not proud of who I was. He turned to me, but when I told Timmy that I wanted to reach out to you, he said something that shocked me. What? I whispered. He said that you were better off with someone stable, someone responsible, someone who could give you the life you deserved. I frowned. Timmy, your brother said that? Daniel nodded. Double quotes. He told me I had no right to disrupt your life again. He told me I'd only hurt you like I hurt Zara. Zara folded her arms. He was right. Daniel looked pained, but continued. Then he said something strange. He said, if anyone deserves someone like Amara, it should be a man like me. My heart dropped. Zara gasped. Oh my God. Daniel rubbed the back of his neck. That's when I realized Timmy wasn't just protecting you. He was obsessed, fixated. A cold chill swept over me. I whispered, he's been planning something for a long time. Daniel nodded slowly. Timmy has always envied me. Everything I had, he wanted. Everything I loved. He watched closely. Zara froze. Are you trying to say, yes? Daniel said quietly. He fell for Amara because I once loved her. My stomach twisted violently. No, I whispered. No, no, no. That doesn't make sense. It does. Daniel said. Unhealthy admiration. Family rivalry. Emotional fixation. Zara's voice trembled. Daniel, Timmy told Amara that I was hiding something, that I was lying. Daniel's eyes darkened. He lied. You didn't do anything wrong. Zara lowered her head, tears forming again. I took a shaky breath. So why propose in front of everyone? Daniel hesitated. He wanted to humiliate Zara the same way he thought I humiliated her years ago. Zara's jaw dropped. What? Daniel nodded slowly. Timmy never forgave me for hurting you. He always blamed you for choosing me first. So when he saw an opportunity to take something of mine, someone I once cared about, he took it. I stepped back, shaking my head. Are you saying the proposal was revenge? Yes, Daniel said quietly, and obsession, and jealousy, and anger. Everything mixed into something dangerous. I felt sick. So you're saying he doesn't actually love me? Daniel shook his head. Not the way you deserve. To him, you are a symbol, a trophy, proof he could finally win. Silence filled the room. Heavy, cold, suffocating. Zara wiped her tears, voice trembling. So what do we do now? Daniel sighed. I came here to warn you. Timmy is not thinking straight. He feels like he's lost control. Control of what? I demanded. Daniel looked straight into my eyes. You? I shivered. I want you both to stay safe. Daniel added. Zara scoffed. And you expect us to trust you now? No, he said honestly. I don't. I just want to fix what I can, even if it's small. Another knock echoed at the door. A familiar voice followed it. Amara, open the door. We need to talk. Timmy. Daniel stiffened. Zara's eyes widened in fear. My heart dropped into my stomach. The knock came again, harder this time. Amara, I know you're inside. Open the door. Zara whispered desperately. Don't open it. But I didn't get to decide, because Timmy's next words froze the entire house. If you don't open this door, I will open it myself. Daniel stepped forward protectively. Zara grabbed my wrist. Everything inside me trembled. Fear, reject, confusion, something darker. The sense that the real truth had not yet been revealed. Another bang shook the door. Amara. I squeezed my eyes shut. Then silence. A long, terrifying silence followed by the sound of footsteps leaving. Zara exhaled. Shakily. Daniel ran to the window and checked. He's gone, he whispered. But something in his voice sounded wrong. I walked to the door slowly, opened it, and found a small black envelope on the floor. My name written on it. Just one sentence inside. I'm not done fighting for you. My blood ran cold. Because this wasn't love. This wasn't heartbreak. This wasn't rivalry. This was obsession. And it was far from over.
If this story touched your heart, don't leave without supporting the channel. Hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, drop a comment about what moved you the most, and share it with someone who needs a little hope today. And don't forget, come back tomorrow for another emotional, life-changing story that'll keep you glued to your screen. Your support keeps these stories alive.